What's going on, fam? It's Right Fit back at it again. Gym talk time, that is. So, this is when I get to talk to you all about what us guys talk about at the gym while I'm heading to the gym. So, with that being said, discussion we had yesterday: what type of body does a woman really want to have for her man? And one thing we all agreed upon, it was a muscular, fit body. Not too much muscles, but not, small. Not a smaller size. A nice fit. It doesn't have to be bodybuilder, but bodybuilder would be nice, but not no Jay Cutler or stuff like that. It might be a little bit too big. So, with that being said, nice athletic hybrid type, feel, stuff like that. So, we were like, okay, so if a woman like that type of build, well, what are the consequences? Because in life, there are positive and negative things. So, the consequences are insecurity might be on your woman. Yeah. She might be insecure because you're looking fit, darn good. She know that everybody's gonna be wanting to talk to you, always looking at you because of your muscles and stuff. So guess what? Here's what it is. So it might bring up some insecurities within herself. Also, it might bring out the worst in her. And what I mean, worst out of a woman, I mean insecurities, just constantly nagging you on what's going on, where you at, all this stuff. I mean, like Superman. For every superhero, guess what? They do have a weakness, and that's kryptonite. Well, for a woman, if you're that fit guy, the one that she's always dreamed about and everything else, she wants to hold claim to that as much and as long as possible. So it might bring out the worst. Now, I'm not saying this in all women. Some women might, still be who they are, just know how to treat a guy. But what us guys will talk about at the gym is that, yeah, one guy, he could testify and say, yeah, he been fit, pretty much his whole life, and he never thought of it the way that we discussed yesterday at the gym. But he was like, yeah, it makes sense because, having a fit body, he was always being questioned and, and all this kind of weird stuff, and he never understood why with the women that he dated and stuff. So he said it does make sense. So, ladies, question for you: if you have a man in your life that is physically fit, buff, the one that you always wanted physically, how would you treat that guy? Seriously, would you really be on him, or would you just be relaxed and let him do him, or how would you feel about it? Now, we also discussed having what they call a quote-unquote dad bod, okay? Now, dad bod, what we discussed yesterday is that, a lot of times when, and again, this is our discussion, this is our opinions, okay? So please, I don't want to hear all this other la stuff in the comments about, negativity or all this other crazy crap, because this is just our opinions. Even what people will say in the comments, guess what? It's your opinion. It's just opinions. It's conversation. So we were like, with the dad bod, it's just a woman would be complacent. She wouldn't give him all the good time and attention. I'm saying it like that, like she would a fit bod. Fit bod, she would go all out. And we literally discussed this. And whereas if you have like a dad bod, you're gonna have a complacent type woman. She's not gonna be worried about where you're going. If you out with your boys and all this other stuff and coming back late. No, but if you have a fit bod, shoot, as soon as you leave the house, I'm going with you. And all this other stuff. And then here's the thing. And some of the guys, which was amazing to me, they actually ask other women, and I myself have asked other women what they prefer and stuff like that, and why, because I really want to know the difference in opinions. And being honest, everybody that I would say 99% of the people And the 1% is very skeptic. I don't want to go into detail, but it's very skeptic. The 99% is really agreed on what we were saying. Now, again, there's a small percentage that, hey, she can have a fit, got dude and everything else. And I mean, she might be into fitness too, or she might be a bad looking chick, and, stuff like that too. So, got just two amazing, great looking people together. But all thing we were just saying in general is that when you are physically fit and you have a woman, you do get the best out of her, as far as, the cooking, the cleaning, just the whole nine. But you also get that crazy side. You get the best of the crazy side too, because again, she knows that you're gonna be looked at, gawked at, and not to say that you're looking for attention, but guess what? Attention is always gonna be coming your way. Period. Now with a dad bod, again, just like I was saying, I mean, it's just, you can pretty much do what you want to do. Hey, I'm going out with the fellas. I'll be back at around 2 in the morning. All right, cool. I'm going to the strip club. All right, have fun. She's not going to be too much worried about it, because guess what? Again, you don't have that type of body that commands attention. I mean, I'm just being honest. You can say what you want to say, but this is what we discuss. So let me know your opinions. Let me know your thoughts about this. I'm pulling up to the gym, so it's time for me to get my fit by on and working out. So with that being said, love you all. Be blessed. Get right.